1 star. A game so bad it'll ruin your day. But how did we get here, and why? Today we're going to be talking about a game that always lingered in the back of my mind, that being the 2001 Windows game, Taxi Racer. Why I find it interesting is because it was made by the same company that made the non-functional and infamous the world over PC title, Big Rigs Over the Road Racing. But this game actually came before, and it's an actual playable game. However, it is still critically deemed a very poor experience at best. Could this just be because of Stellar Stone's legacy, or is the game actually awful? Let's give it a shot and find out.
Oh my goodness! Squidward!
Yeah, as you can see, this game runs way too fast on modern hardware, which is where all the bugs and glitches one would experience on this title stems from, such as the car going so fast it's impossible not to wreck it every 10 seconds, every destructible object you get near vanishing and making the sound of it being destroyed, and clipping through buildings. Just look at this. So to remedy the situation, I'm gonna run it on a virtual machine of my favorite operating system, Windows 2000. So let's see if this makes it a pleasant experience or not. After finding out the first installer I downloaded for the game wouldn't work on here, I had to go locate another, and are you fucking kidding me? So now I'm gonna try to locate the config file it claims is missing and replace it. Apparently it's related to DirectX 8, so I'm just gonna install DirectX 8. Hopefully, this will be our saving grace. Moment of truth. Come on, please. And it didn't work either. I saw if there was anything else I could do, and nope. Just like the internet, my VM did not take kindly to this game. So we're just gonna have to deal with the shortcomings of playing it on a current spec PC. So remain mindful that this isn't how the game is supposed to be, and just try to ignore it. So the game has 2 modes, Countdown and Workday. The only difference is Countdown has a much less forgiving time limit. There's 3 vehicles to choose from, a Lincoln sedan, a Mercedes sedan, and a London cab. So the game is pretty standard affairs, picking up people in a city overrun by men in business suits and taking them to their destination. But is there anything noteworthy at all? Well, the graphics are decent for a game of its vintage. There is a few cool touches, like the traffic lights actually functioning. But outside of that, this game is very bare bones. It's really a what you see is what you get type deal. But besides how broken the acceleration and collision is on modern hardware, which is not the game's fault, nothing is jumping out at me as objectively horrible. The only non-hardware related bug, I think, is sometimes customers will randomly disappear. And honestly, if the game was running alright, I'd say it's not the worst way to waste your time. Keep in mind, this is a bottom shelf PC game from 2001. But as it runs on modern hardware, it's really, really hard to ignore how fast and buggy it is, and it takes away drastically from the enjoyment. Let's say you were playing this on a pre-Windows XP computer, and actually got it to work, and it's running as intended. Would it be bad then? Well, I'd argue not. Sure, it lacks variety or anything to keep you engaged for longer than 20 minutes, but I can't imagine this game cost a whole lot at all, so you really get what you pay for in the end. So, ignoring the hardware issues, it's a dull game that gets kind of boring after a while. There isn't really a whole lot to say about it. But if this game was like $8 back in the day, I'd say it was definitely worth that. However, there is one more thing to talk about. I've seen some people claiming that the London taxi model was stolen from a game called Midtown Madness 2, a game from a year prior. While they are the same, I doubt this is the case, because not only I'd imagine it'd be pretty damn hard to steal assets from another game back then, model sharing is a common practice in a game made or affiliated with some of the same people. So my theory is either some of the same people worked on both games, or someone who worked on one of the games knew someone who was working on the other, and decided to lend them a model. So I've really hit my head on the ceiling in terms of dissecting this game. I'm sure it's okay on the intended hardware, but on anything remotely modern, it's an insanely fast and buggy disaster. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, liking, subscribing, and commenting would mean the world to me. And remember to stay open-minded. I love you all. Peace.